Welcome to our video detailing our safari to Kenya in August of 2022. On the fourth day of our trip, we left Masai Mara bright and early and drove with our guide to Lake Naivasha, which is right at the top of the Rift Valley, about 90 kilometers northwest of Nairobi, though you wouldn't know you were that close to a major city. It's a nice little town there, but we took the tour of the local wildlife park, and that started off by boat leaving from the hotel that we were staying at. And we weren't going to travel too far from the boat dock before we saw some very large local residents. And no, I don't mean the cranes, though this lake is famous for its birding. For those people who love birding, you can see supposedly easily in a few hours more than 100 different species. Those are a couple of pelicans there, which were fun to see. We've seen them in Florida and other places. One of my father's favorite jokes was, "A wonderful bird is the pelican. His mouth can hold more than his belly can." What can I tell you? It's a dad joke. But the lake itself is absolutely beautiful. It's just a little north of an extinct volcano, which if you spend more than a day or two in this area, I'd recommend that you take a hike up to the top of the volcano, which is a caldera that's still there after I don't know how many thousand years that this volcano has been extinct. But we didn't get to visit it, but it looked very beautiful on the pictures that I saw. I don't know if you noticed the splash that was off to the left there. That was the first of what was to be many, many hippos. This lake is famous for its resident hippo population for good reason, and they're just spectacular. We're going to come around the point here, and we're going to visit their version of their rest area for the day. I think they do a lot of their foraging out of the heat of the day. They eat a lot of aquatic plants, and as you can see by their size, they're going to take in quite a few calories. But they spend a lot of their time relaxing and sunning, and why not? Good for them.
Beautiful. I love them.
Not a bad way to spend a warm day. And they're very used, just like all the other large animals we've seen, they're very used to human presence. They certainly are big enough and powerful enough not to be threatened by us in any way. And here they are, getting some sun. I guess they haven't heard about UV radiation and skin cancer. I don't think they're too concerned. And I just love the way that nature has given them their own kind of smile. I wonder if those guys are mooning us. Not sure. Moon the tourists. And this is some of the photographs we were able to take. And I really enjoy this guy's little hipster version of a hippo goatee. He'd fit in quite well at most places in Williamsburg. But this is a spectacular place to travel. You get pictures like this, and I'm hardly an expert. And we were able to get pictures like this, and it's just a great way to preserve the memories. And these are all from that island. This is a little guy who's looking as if he's up to no good, as young hippos, I guess, are. While everyone else is relaxing, he still had a lot of energy. Then farewell, and made our way to the land area of the park. But as we got past the hippo, we got an opportunity to see an eagle coming in for his dinner. And here he is grabbing a fish from the surface. Here come the talons, and there goes Sushi. And that's an African fish eagle. And there he goes, off with a snack. And this is how close we were able to get to the larger mammals in the park. This is not a telephoto lens. This is a few feet away. We had our guide with us who worked at the hotel, who made was nice to have there, so you know how close is close enough and not too close. You know, these animals aren't aggressive in any way, but if you don't listen to your guide, you can probably, like anything, you can get hurt. And off there is some other folks grazing right there at the park. And these are some giraffes. We got incredibly close to these giraffes, who again are not concerned with our presence and just going about their daily business of eating grass and sticks. I had no idea they ate sticks too, but you'll see later there's shots of them look like they're just eating some dead wood that's fallen. I don't know much about giraffe biology, but I'm sure they know what they're doing. And all the trips to all the zoos don't come close to seeing them when they're in the wild and doing their own thing. You know, as you can see, sticks with the black tongue. And again, we were able to take some really spectacular photographs. This is with the telephoto, but it's only from 10 or 15 feet away. And the same here. You could really get incredibly close or pull back and try and get the animal. And watching this on a phone really doesn't compare. It shouldn't, but if it gives you a flavor of what it's like to travel there and maybe inspire to go, that's great. So these were fun. And here are a couple of gnus, wildebeest, who were very relaxed, just taking it easy in the shade. And this guy was a little curious about us, but was not aggressive in any way, just checking out the tourists. And these guys are waterbucks. And this is the stag, and that's his family in the background there. And I did get the idea that while he was not upset by our presence, he was certainly keeping an eye on us in case we got a little too close. And those horns look very serious, so there was no danger of us getting too close. And for those of you who like birds, I have absolutely no idea what either of these two are, but they look good. And this was the boat ride back. And it's just a reminder, I would not want to be someplace in the wild, in a river or a lake, and come up against these hippos in the water when I did not know they were there. They're almost completely submerged, and they are much more bigger and powerful than pretty much any boat that doesn't belong to a navy. And again, we got some good shots of them up close, as you can see right there. His head just breaking the water there, leaving a little bit of a lake behind him. They may look big and ungainly on land, but they don't have any trouble moving around when they're submerged. And they're just incredibly powerful animals, and they're just gorgeous too. So, and this was on our way back to the resort. And here's another photograph we got, a little more of a close-up of what they look like. And they're checking us out just to make sure we keep our distance. And it was just a great day getting that close to wildlife on foot, because there's no predators in that area. We were able to actually walk around in that park, which is not really something that's recommended or even allowed in some of the other parks, though I don't know why you would want to. But this was really just something a little different and a nice break between this and the rest of our trip. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please click the like.